Hello, hello. Here I have the Wish Journal. It's a junk journal that I made, and I'm going to do a little flip through to show you what's inside of her. She is about 9 inches high and 6 inches wide with a 1.5-inch spine. And let's see, about 3 inches of gator mouth here when she's not tied up. And she has 3 signatures of 9 pages each for a total of 108 pages. We have our pretty little spine dangle with some shells and glass beads and a few plastic beads and just fun little oceany type things, and some eyelash trim that I thought kind of reminded me of seaweed. And this is removable, so it doesn't get in your way when you're using the journal. And the closure is just a very simple wrap that removes completely. The cover is it's actually an old book that was falling apart, and I repaired it. I painted it. I decoupaged on some paper napkin. That's the starfish design here. And yeah, so there's a little glitter in there. Kind of reminded me of sand floating through the water. And I did texture paste for the label here, and then stamped Wish into it. So it's slightly raised or embossed there. Yeah. So inside we have a little double pocket here. It's a little cute journal card I made. And this is the other pocket with the paper napkin that's actually on the cover, even though it's not recognizable as the same thing. It's decoupaged on cardstock. And it's another crabby journal card. And a note from the bookmaker there. There's one in between each signature, and they actually untie with these lighter strings here. This is the actual binding string, which is waxed linen, but these are lighter, easier to untie. So they're just coloring pages that are inked up and stitched together and reinforced, so they're thinner than a greeting card, but heavier than copy paper for sure. And then it's just a simple bow to untie. So these, all 4 between the signatures, can be removed. And we have some coffee dyed map page from a vintage atlas. A little page tab there. There's some book page. And just a little bit of decoration on this coffee dyed like college rule paper. Fun patterns you get from the coffee dye. That's just a little note about sea stars. This is collage from a book page and some bling. Here we have a pocket made from book page and stickers and bling. And some cute little journal cards in there, made with book page and cardstock. And this one is actually sewn in. This is a single thickness coloring page I removed from the book and coffee dyed. There's another pocket that's decorated, kind of sparkly cardstock, so the glitter doesn't actually come off on your hand. Another journal card. Whoop. There we go. And this page here this was a digital kit I got from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And there's a little book page that I inked up to give it some color. It was black and white, and then some additional writing space there. And here's a book page that flips down for extra writing space and also flips up. A little bit of stamping. This is some hand-dyed paper. I used stencil with it. There's another little pocket with 2 journal cards in there for writing space. And here we have more stenciled hand-dyed paper. And here's this was from a book page, and it's a side pocket. And the seashells that you find in here like this, these are from a digital kit from Pam at the Paper Outpost from her Etsy store. And then more journal cards, places to write. A stamped and decorated page with a little sparkly page trim, which is also, it's not, you know, you're not going to get glitter on you when you're using the book. This is more of the Shabby Dabby Doodah digital kit here. And here's a little page tab. And this is an upper pocket made from dyed and reinforced coloring book page. And this is a flyleaf from a really cool book about England. I just thought the picture was so cool, I didn't want to tear it apart. And you open it, and it's writing space. There we go. And then I just wrote this in because I thought it was cute. Kind of a play on the, you know, if wishes were horses, even beggars would ride. And we have, if wishes were seahorses, even barnacles would ride. It's me being silly. It's more hand-dyed stenciled paper. And this is from a 1927 dictionary here. A little sticker. And this is a envelope flipped down. So this is actually junk mail, you know, envelope that I repurposed. So I lined the inside, decorated the outside, and tucked a couple little journal cards in there. And it flips completely down. So there you have the writing space there. Whoop. And all of that. Okay, there's a little decorated page there. And there's a pocket with a couple journal, or one journal card. This is another digital kit from Pam at the Paper Outpost. And this was a book page that flips out this way in a trifold. So you get to read the whole poem there. And give a bit of extra writing space as well on the margins. This is blanket binding, so it's really soft to touch. It's like satin. And it was coffee dyed and hand dyed with stencil. Little page tab from a book page. More book page from the poetry book. And more coffee dyed Atlas paper. And this one has a little removable little flip up notebook that's hand dyed paper and stamping. All right, and here we are between signatures. So we have this that is removable. Oh, I forgot to show in the middle of each signature, there's little charms on the strings here. There we have a dolphin and a musical note. Okay. More of the Shabby Dabby Doodah digital kit, and some more of the sparkly page tab. That was from a roll of ribbon, actually, that I cut up to make those. And here's Caddy Corner pockets. So you slip things in the bottom or the top or both. And this was a free image from a Victorian book of images, and it was black and white, and I just inked it up to give it some color and backed it with some pretty scrapbook paper that's light enough to write on. Here we have a little upper pocket, some more of that pretty scrapbook paper. Can write on the back of there, can write here. And the back is the coloring page there. And this is hand dyed with a little bit of the paper napkin Mod Podged on the edges there. And here we have a little bit more of that paper napkin, page trim, and another pocket from that little book with some handmade tags and more of the seashell digi-kit. More hand-dyed paper. And this is a seashell page from that 1927 dictionary. I actually made myself a journal from the cover. It was completely split in two, and the pages were quite fragile and falling apart. This one has a bit more strength to it because it was a photo page. And I actually did a rubbing on the back of the front of the dictionary. It was if I can even read it, New Dictionary of the English Language, 1927 edition. So that is an original vintage piece from that. And then here we have a repurposed tag. So this was actually a tag from a towel that we got, and I just kind of decorated it up and put some hand-dyed paper on the back and some writing space on the inside, and now we have something that didn't go in the trash, but it fits the theme of the journal really nicely, and it's maybe something that will be used as a bookmark or you know, written in, or can be moved around the book. And here we have another coloring book page pocket with some digi-kit and some journal cards with some poetry on that one. And this one, this is a trifold bookmark, and this is a book page that it's made out of. That's got some writing paper on the inside. So yeah, trifold. I was trying to open it more. I love the pattern I got on this with the coffee dye and the other dyes. It's pretty fun. And the paper clip is just to keep it closed. Maybe not totally necessary, but it's got a little bit of that seaweed-like eyelash trim on the top. And here we have another book page that I made into a flip out with wishes as a prompt. Some hand stenciled paper there, and more coffee dyed. And here we have another poetry flip out page with some mermaids, because you can't have an ocean page without mermaids in my book anyway. And there's some more charms with mermaid and a starfish. And the other side flips open as well, so you can right there read the poem, right here, whatever you choose. And there's just some pretty starfish. I think that was actually from a book we picked up on the Oregon coast that was kind of like a tourist, free tourist guide type thing, but it fit. It was cool. This is a double pocket page. This was from a poetry book picture that came in there, and in here is just a bunch of hand-dyed writing paper in both sides. Definitely, the picture fits the beachy theme. Oh. There we go. It's hard to do this looking through the camera. Well, of course, I don't have the best lighting, but I'm doing my dangdest. Otherwise, I just wouldn't get a recording of what's in here. All right. This is more from the Victorian book that was black and white, and I just kind of inked it a bit to color it. More writing space underneath. And here we have 1, 2, 3 pockets, and we have this little cute flip open place to write. And this is more from the Oregon Coast stuff there. So more DigiKit. And there's a handmade bookmark. And just some other fun things. And here we have another one of our envelope pockets from a repurposed envelope. And there's a journal card back there, 2 of them actually, that I stitched around. Got a picture behind it glued on. There's actually 2 pockets, so this front bit is a clear pocket, and then the back behind the envelope is also a pocket. And this one is a card that opens out this way for additional writing space, and behind it there's a pocket to tuck fun things into. And here we have a belly band made out of that fun book page. I think that was a book about Australia, I think, where that one came from. And journal card. And a picture from, I think this was a National Geographic, or no, National Audubon Society from the 1960s. And this one is an old postcard, genuine. I don't think there's a date on there. It's from Hawaii. And this one's a little flip up for more writing space. Just some interest down here. And this is our removable between signatures. And there's another atlas page with the pretty sparkly page trim. We have a pocket here, some things, some more poetry. And this is just a little decorated up page, looked like a film strip to me. I thought it was kind of cool. Another pocket with a little bit of blanket binding here, so it's got a soft fabric-y edge. And some fun things tucked in there. Another bookmark. I liked this. It's very, very soft yarn, and I liked the colors. I just thought it reminded me of, you know, like almost like fisherman's nets or something. And here we have another pocket with, this one is a little booklet with some poetry on the front. And just some extra hand-dyed paper for writing. And some extra pieces of paper to write on, or glue somewhere, or tear them up, or whatever you want to do. And here we have another pocket from the Seashell DigiKit from Pam at the Paper Outpost, and a little journal card in that pocket. More hand-dyed paper. Another sparkly pocket with another stitched around and kind of, it's got a poem that's kind of collaged on the journal card and a description about the poem. All right. And here we have, this one is a book page that I used a matte Mod Podge to stiffen it up a bit, put some of the journal page with some relevant, or dictionary page with some relevant words, and it flips open for more writing space. And it also has a big journal card inside of it with a pretty picture on the back. It's easier to do when you're not looking through camera. And this is some stamped on paper here, and this is another envelope flip down with another repurposed piece of mail. So it has some of the napkin on there, some music page, some stamping, some other torn paper, some of the hand-dyed paper. And it flips all the way down. So there's writing space. And then, whoops, when it's down is when you can open it. I left the flap on this one, and you can pull the things out to play with. But it keeps the flap closed when it's this way. Here we have another double pocket page spread. Both sides once again has writing paper. A little different than the other ones, but just a neat page. I think was also from that Australia book. And yeah, it says it's from Sydney. And here we have a seashell and a seahorse. Little charms. Here we have another flip out. So there's extra writing space here. And this is from that Victorian book. And there's a pocket in this portion with some fun things. And more stamping. There's a little belly band with a pretty page trim. And this is a piece of ephemera from Japan with a fish on it. There's a journal card. And a bit of coloring paper there that can be done whatever with. And here's another tuck with some extra papers in there. And just a decorated page with more of the 1927 dictionary, more of the things about the sea there. And this one is a journal card I did a bit of gold gilding on. It's decoupaged. It could be a bookmark. More of that pretty stuff. And just glued down a little thing about moon jellies. And here we have an upper pocket made from the other end of the flyleaf. Some of the journal cards and tags have this on it too. And in there we have some poetry and some paper. And this has lined paper on the back. Come along now. There we go. And this page has a little spot to secure this flip down. So this is book page, and it is backed with lined paper that's been coffee dyed. And there's a little stamping there, a little hidden spot to write. And here's some more. This actually goes with this picture, kind of. And just some little decoration there. More coffee dyed paper. And this is from the poetry book. And our little stickers on the map there. And this is our last removable. And then the back we have our pockets with DigiKit and another kind of gilded gold journal card. With the double pockets. And that is the Wish Journal. I had a lot of fun making this one. I'm definitely an ocean girl. My mom always told me I was part mermaid, so you know I feel a kinship to the ocean and visited all the time as a child and can't get there enough as an adult. So anyway, I hope someone, whoever receives this journal, is going to enjoy it as much as I did making it. Thank you.